Everybody, we are live for the Eric Michael Show for the first time ever on Tuesday. So we are doing this now on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Before it only used to be on Wednesdays and Mondays. And what we're going to do on Tuesdays is I'm just going to go and buy cards. Someone had mentioned that yesterday. And I always decide like what to do in the beginning of these podcasts. So Mondays and Wednesdays, we have a scripted video, very strategic on a specific topic. But I think me just buying cards is pretty helpful. Actually doing the thing. So while I let you guys settle in and start calling the phone, I'll drop the phone number down here. You guys could begin letting the queue fill up. I'm just gonna go and buy cards, and I think you guys will get a lot of value from it. So let's share the screen here. So you guys want to see something cool, actually, before I start buying cards? Look at this. Yesterday, I showed you this card. This is mine. I think I showed you guys yesterday. It was at $3,000. It's at $6,000 now. I don't even believe this will actually sell, to be honest with you. But I was looking at comps. I was like, is someone actually going to pay that amount of money for Darnold? And this card, yeah. So you guys want to hear something crazy? I sold a 9.5 of this before the Rams game for like $2,000. And I thought I did good because I paid like a 900 for it or something. And look at these sales just going crazy. It doesn't even make any sense. A 9.5 to 3,900, and then a PSA 9 to 4,500. Doesn't make much sense. But yeah, then a PSA 10. Yeah, you can see how much this stuff is up. A PSA 10 before in middle January did $3,800. So I'm curious to see, is someone actually going to pay for this card? Someone going to pay me $7,000 for it? Maybe it'll keep going up. It's the right card to have at the right time. But cool. Let's look and buy some cards here. I'm going to take this time and be selfish and look at some cards to buy. So let's see. Let's look at good old Stroud. See what's out there for Stroud. I'm just gonna look at auctions because when I look at or best offers, it shows my address when I offer. And no offense to you guys, I don't really want to give out my address. I guess I can give out the office address, but let's do one mid bid count. So if you guys don't know what I'm doing here, I'm telling eBay, hey, only show me auctions with at least one bid. So I'm not wasting my time looking at all those auctions that, have nothing or that are just overpriced. So let's see. I think I actually bid on this already. This No Huddle Blue. This is a card I'd love to have. Did I bid on this already? I did. Yeah. I bid 654 was my bid. Ooh, purple PSA 10. I like this. I wonder what this does now. I may have bid on this too already. No, I didn't. Never mind. Let's see what Purple Stroud Prism PSA 10 is doing. 2023 Prism. Copy, you got the heat in here? Prism Purple. Let's see where we're at here with these comps. What's it numbered to? Numbered at a 125. 125. PSA 10 did 840. Let's see what these sales are doing. I want to be at like the lowest because I should be, because he did not end the season well. Like, who wants Stroud right now, right? So this card ends in 12 hours. I'm gonna be cheap here. I'm gonna bid like 700 or something like that. I'm gonna bid like 704. That'd be really cheap, but I think I could actually buy it unless someone on here steals it from me, which has definitely happened in the past. Stroud Silvers. I like to buy the colored stuff. I'm not a big fan of the silvers. Blue Shimmer. Oh, yeah. Did I bid on this? I may have bid on this. Let me just make sure, because I actually looked at these cards a few days ago. Yeah, I did. I bid 2,100 or 2,131 on this one. Let's flip this around. Let's look at 2024 Prism. And let's see if there's anything. Let's see if there's anything to get graded here. Let's look at stuff that's not graded. Let's see if we can find like McCarthy's or Daniels or any of these guys that are down on it. Even Bo Nix isn't a bad idea. He'll be back. Let's see just what's out there in 2024 Prism Land. Drake May. Drake May is definitely not someone I want to buy right now. Let's do only not graded. Let's see what happens here. John Elway, Uptown. I wonder if you can make money on something like this. You probably could. Not something I aspire to buy, but this isn't bad. Let's see. Jaden Daniels. This guy's saying the card's mint. Let's see what this card looks like. It does look pretty crispy. Let's see what this card sells for. So it's 2024 Jaden Daniels out of 35. 2024 Jaden out of 35 club select. Oh, the variation is blue and orange shock. Blue orange shock. This card, is that the same card? So it's him kind of like running a little bit. So this is the right card. This one right here. It sells for like $250 late in the year. I wonder if there's any 10s. No 10s. Let's see if there's any. Let's see how hard this card is to grade. 2024 Jaden. Orange. Blue shock. The numbering is, which number in this set is this? 217. 217. So this is it. Wow. So 6 out of 9 have graded a 10. There's no PSA 10 sales, but I think I'll take my chances. Let's bid here. Let's do this card looks pretty clean. Let me just read the description here and see what we got going on. Where are you, description? Why am I missing you? Oh, ships in one touch mag. Let's look at the seller's other items and see if he grades cards or not. Probably not. Yeah, definitely not. I'll bid. I will bid based on historical data here. I'll bid like 260. I'll bid right above the highest sale or the last few sales. So 266. I think that this card can grade a 10. I don't really know what it would grade is or what it would sell for as a 10, but it looks pretty solid. So that's a nice card to cop. This Drake May stuff looks good to possibly grade. It's just too high. Like, what am I supposed to do with it, right? McCarthy. Yeah, so this is being sold by consignment. Probably not something I want to get into. A lot of people just dump their shitty cards to consignment, ones that aren't in good condition. Let's see what McCarthy's are out there. Speaking of Mr. McCarthy, see if there's any nice Prism PSA 10s ending. PSA 9. If I'm going to buy a card already graded and hold it, I usually prefer to go after 10s. Could go after silvers. That's not bad. Oh, wow. That's a big one. Green Sparkle, PSA 10. This guy is selling this card at the wrong time, which means it's the right time to buy it. Let's see if there's any sales. McCarthy out of 8. There's gonna be nothing. Oh, we found one. Found a BGS 9 for $876. These are the only 2 sales. Wow, look at that. A PSA 10. Oh my God. Someone paid. It must be the same exact card. Someone paid. Let's see. It's the same exact card. So this card, someone paid $8,700 for on September 11th. And let's do some math here. Let's see how much his values went down since then. So September 11th, his Silver Prism PS10 was like 400. And now, so it's dropped in half. Just about. Interesting. This is a ballsy purchase. I might bid and just be cheap and see if I can get it. Because this BGS 9 sold for $876. Yeah, I'm gonna bid. I'm gonna be cheap though. So if it sold for 8,700 and its value is down in half since then, and like also factory and just nobody's looking at this stuff, I'm gonna bid like 32.78. I just like to do random numbers. I don't know if I'm gonna win. I honestly have no idea what this card's gonna. This card can go for 2,300. I really don't know, or it can go for something a lot. We'll see. So that's McCarthy. So I wonder if Bo Nix is down. I wonder what Bo Nix's value is doing. I haven't looked really much since he got injured. Silver. 1 year anniversary with the girlfriend coming up here in a week or two. We're going on a vacation to snowboard. Let's see. There's not a lot of sales of his stuff. Let's look at his base Prism PSA 10. I don't think his stuff would really drop that much. And let's see. And it's really, it really hasn't dropped all too much. Let's look at my boy, someone I like a lot to go up in value is Mr. Michael Penix. See what we're doing here. God, you can phone me. Oh, this is usually I'm not a fan of buying Mosaic, but Peacock is a really, really nice variation of Mosaic. I might. Oh yeah, there's some. Oh yeah, there's some good stuff here. Look at this. Penix is popping off on eBay. Jaden Daniels, Green Pulsar, that's not bad either. Green Sparkle, just looked at that. Blue Wave, that's not bad. I think I bid on this actually. I need some cards for my showcase in where am I going? The West Coast Card Show. That's where I'm going. Let's look what this sells for. 2024 Prism Penix. Is that green scope? Did I read that correctly? Oh, Forest at a 15. Oh wow. Okay, I was way wrong. So this is a Beckett 9.5. Usually not a fan of buying those, but sick card. So a PSA 8.5 did $600 October 5th. And let's see if good old Penix is up or down since then. I'd assume down. So October 5th was like here. It's kind of all over the place. And today it is down. I guess it is down some. So this card today would be like $400. So a Beckett 9.5 is not going to bring a huge premium. But this is something I want. I think I can make like bonkers money on something like this. Maybe I can send it to PSA, go for a cross in the meantime while I'm holding it. Let's see what this corner looks like. The corner's a little white over there. Probably not a PSA 10. But I'm happy to buy this as a Beckett 9.5. So something like this. You can see the green sparkle McCarthy right here. I bid kind of low. And then the Penix, I'm gonna bid strong. I'm pretty confident in this one. I'm gonna bid like I think it's only gonna go for like, if I had to guess, maybe like $600 to $700. I'm gonna bid like 823. You guys could steal it from me. Don't really care. Well, I do care, but I'm here to give value. I buy cards in my private time without you guys looking. Let's see what Penix Peacock. So a PSA 10. Wow, this is so cheap. Why is this so cheap? So it did $600 September 15th. And since September 15th, his value is definitely down in half about. His Silver Prism PSA 10 was like 300, and now it's like 180. So maybe a little bit less than half. This is so cheap. Oh my goodness. This is out of 8, right? I'm not going crazy. Or no, it's not numbered Peacock. It's just short printed. I thought it was numbered out of 8. I could be wrong. But I'm gonna bid on it regardless. And once again, this I feel very comfortable bidding like strong. I'll bid like 501. That's really strong. Cool. Sweet. Got some bids in. Hopefully that gave you guys some value. Now let's let the callers begin. I'm not sure if there's been callers yet. Let's see. Let's see if the queue's open or not. The queue is open, and I will check the chat. All right. Let's see. Let's see who's disagreeing with stuff I'm doing. What's up? How many cards do you recommend getting before starting a shop? Starting a shop? Oh God. Well, starting a shop. I don't know if you know this, but most shops, the way they make money is by most of their money is made from selling wax and boxes and cases. So if you don't have access to that, I may not start a shop. To be honest with you. But how many cards? It depends how big your like office or like store is. If it's at least 100 cards, I'd say if I had to put a number on it. Tuesday, wow, let's go. Yeah, right. I'm thinking the same thing. Eric, I have a 2025 Topps Chrome Otani Shadow bought for $90. Centering is great. Everything is great, but there's one subtle print line on the back. Should I grade it or resell it? If it's subtle, I'd probably grade it. It's something I would need to see, to be honest with you. It's hard for me to say without seeing it, but most likely get it graded. If there's only one small thing wrong with it, then get it graded. I'm so glad you're doing the pod on Tuesdays too, Eric. God bless. Wow, that makes me feel important. Thank you. Good morning, Eric. Are we selling baseball yet? Well, it depends on the baseball you have, number one. And number two, if you're getting stuff graded, I just like to sell it right away for the most part. I don't really want to wait February, March. If you bought graded stuff, that's when you hold till hopefully it spikes up in value. Depends on the stuff you have, but generally speaking, just sell it. My feet. Thank you for the awesome gift. Oh yes, yes, we sent you the gift. Cardiac Gramps, but it was delayed gift because on accident we thought we sent it, but we didn't. Hopefully the gift went well. Actually, I'm not the one who picked out the gift. I gave it to one of my employees who is good at that stuff. Is this the same dude from the Golden TV show? No, I'm not associated with them. How do we get access 2.7 multiplier? SGC is taking longer than expected. Probably get cards back after the Super Bowl. So I think PSA is kind of minimizing SGC and Beckett, so it even uplifts PSA even further because they took over SGC and Beckett and just upped the grading times. And so I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, SGC is a pain in the ass. Why don't I like Mosaic? Mosaic is just simply not as liquid of a product as something like Prism. Some cards from Mosaic, like the one I just showed you, Peacock, is, but a lot aren't. It's just like a second tier product. It's like Prism is just more desirable than something like Select. So, but there's certain variations of Select or Mosaic that do very well. It's just kind of how the hobby goes. I was just going to ask if you buy 9.5s to try and cross to PSA. Very rarely. It's not something I do. Only if the opportunity presents itself, like that Michael Penix. So, I don't have it on my screen anymore, but that Michael Penix, the Forest 9.5, I'm going to buy it and hold it for a few months anyways. So I might as well send it to PSA and see if it could increase in value just through going from a 9.5 to a 10. That specific one I showed you, though, the corner was dinged, so there's almost no chance it would get a PSA 10, especially they're already hard on it to begin with. So that's why. But yeah, I will do it, just not too often. It's not like something I look for. Should I grade new Mosaic cards like Jackson Dart Red Waves? Yeah, but I'd be quick because those cards will probably go slowly down in value as more cards come into the market, as more Mosaic cards come into the market. So just as a heads up. The queue's still open. Are you guys being shy? I know I missed a call yesterday from Rockville, Maryland. All right, here, let's do this. The first three callers, coffee's on me. I'll send you guys a $5 Starbucks gift card to get it going. Sometimes it just takes that first caller to get things rocking and rolling. Let's see. What other questions do we have here? Yeah, I think I answered most of them. I'll wait for the next caller. And I'll talk about the Super Bowl a little bit. And I like the Seahawks. if you guys don't know, I think the Seahawks. I mean, nothing's a guarantee, but I love the spread. I just think they are just so much more talented than the Patriots in every facet. And the Patriots really have had a cakewalk to be here. I think they would have lost to the Broncos for sure if Bo Nix was playing. I think they would have lost to the Broncos if it didn't snow because that helped out Drake May more than it helped out Jared Stidham. A terrible matchup for the Patriots, in my opinion. I just think Darnold's he's going to have to throw the ball like 15, 20 times. I just think they're going to dominate the game, but you never know. That's why you play the game. But yeah, free coffee for the first 3 callers. I'm going to send you guys a Starbucks gift card to the first 3 callers. And while I wait for that, I might as well be selfish and head back to eBay and see what else is on there. Let's see. Jaden Daniels, Brian Thomas. That's an interesting one because he kind of had a down year. Drake May. I wonder how much Drake May stuff is up. I know obviously it's up a lot. I just don't know how much. Let's see what Mr. Drake May is doing. It's not a silver prism PSA 10 because it was already up a lot and he really didn't do anything in the AFC Championship. So kind of makes sense. It's kind of the same. Jaden Daniels. This is a good card to buy. This should be, safe purchase. Buying it while it's low. Keon Coleman 1/1. Jeez, I would never want that. Let's see. Caleb Williams. Raw. Quick consign. Yeah, someone probably just dumped this card to them because it's not in good condition. Yeah, consignment shops or eBay shops with huge amounts of feedback. Most of their raw cards usually aren't not in good condition. It could happen sometimes, but usually not. Michael Penix, National Treasures. That's interesting. Shador, Gold XRC. I have not seen this stuff yet. Wow, look at that. Shador cards. Is he going to be the starter for the Browns? I think so, right? I'm not totally sure. Let's see. Bo Nix. You guys are shy today with the callers. Bo Nix Red Sparkle. Oh, this card looks good. Why does this card look so good? I'm skeptical now. Let's see. Is there anything in the description that says otherwise? Not really. Let's see if this guy grades cards. He has a decent amount of feedback. Probably not. And he probably doesn't. Selling all sorts of stuff. This card looks good, man. Oh, yeah. Damn. I'm going to buy this. That's a good card. It's a good thing I went back to eBay. Red Sparkle, Bo Nix. Let's see what this card does. So $900 is a 10. And 200 raw, roughly. 220 is a 9. Let's see how hard this card is to grade. Let's look at gem rate and see how hard this Bo Nix Red Sparkle is to grade. Bo Nix Red Sparkle Prism, not bad. 45% of them get a 10. That's what I'm talking about. That's some good stuff right there. I'm going to bid on this. Let's go to Easy Sniper. I'll bid strong. I'll bid like 231. Are you guys really that shy today? Maybe people just aren't used to Mondays or Tuesdays me taking callers. But while I wait, I will continue to buy stuff. If you guys are just gonna give me the time, I have no problem. Let's see, 2024 Prism. Let's go to newly listed. Let's do let's do raw. There's probably so much stuff here. Let me filter this a little bit. Let's look at Jaden Daniels. Let's see what's out there, Mr. Jaden. This stuff's money. Black and white checker. These aren't terribly hard to grade. I wonder how hard these cards are to grade. Let's see. 24 Prism, Jaden Daniels. Oh, wow, they are hard to grade. Never mind. 21% of them graded 10. I lied. Blue Ice. Really nice card. Oh, we got our first caller. There we go. That'll kick things off. Hey, you have Eric. You are live.
Awesome. How's it going, Eric? I'm Trevor.
What's up, Trevor? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Let me put you on pause. There we go. I was watching your show.
Cool, dude. How can I help?
All right. So I'm decently new into cards. I'm probably like 6-7 months in.
Okay.
Gone in a little heavy. I just did my first dealer show this week.
Yeah.
My question revolves around I kind of used my fantasy football knowledge before the season, and I was able to get a bunch of Drake Mays. And so I've probably sold most of them, but I kept kind of the bigger ones.
Okay.
So I've got about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 Drake Mays here. They're probably worth like $3 or $4 grand total.
Okay.
I'm just curious, since they're so high, I really like the kid. I believe in the kid, but I don't know the card market. Everyone says whether he wins or loses, it's going to go down in the off season. Should I sell these and try to go back, or should I maybe sell half and hedge my bet? Or what do you think I should do with Drake May?
It's more dependent on how he plays. If he throws for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and they lose, it might even go up. If he wins and he plays shitty, it'll probably stay the same. If they lose and he plays shitty, it'll probably go down. My advice to you, if it was me, in my experience, that stuff doesn't stay up. You made a lot of money, sell it, cash out, and Drake May will probably be worth less in the next few months. It depends on how he plays, obviously, but I think there's just better, like who knows what's going to happen in the Super Bowl, right? Like I'm going to bet on the Seahawks. I think they're going to dominate them, but in reality, right, it's a gamble. Who knows? And I just think there's way better spots to put your money in rather than holding someone that's just so high right now. Like as silly as it sounds, I'd much rather have my money in Michael Penix. He's not a better player. It's just a much better investing opportunity because his stuff hasn't spiked up. So to me, I mean, you made your money. I would cash out. I mean, I had a few Darnold cards, big ones. I was showing it in the beginning of the podcast. And I'm cashing out. I think they're going to win too, but I'm still going to cash out.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I've just put a couple of them on eBay. I was kind of hoarding a couple, and one of them's like a gold auto, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So leaning towards sell. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and just as a heads up, because I know you mentioned your fantasy football knowledge, it's great that you made a lot of money with Drake May, but if you just usually what happens is 90% of quarterbacks going to their sophomore year go down in value. So I wouldn't bank on it. Again, just look at all the other guys. Like Nix and Caleb are like the same, but Penix and Daniels and McCarthy are down like in half. It's usually how it goes. So just as a heads up, I would usually sell that stuff before the season.
Okay. All right, man. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Cool, dude. Thanks for calling in.
All right, bye.
Bye. And the queue is open, I think. Yep. The queue is open. We're open for business. Oh, I forgot to tell him that he gets a free coffee. Who just called? So, caller, I think name was Drew, right? We're gonna send you a free Starbucks gift card, so you could just text back that phone number with your email, and we'll send it over to you. Let's see. Looking at a Sunday Kings Puka that's around 2x. Do I buy now? I don't really know what that means. X2. Do I buy now? Get it, then submit it, thinking it goes up before the season? Nah, that stuff probably won't. He's already like a solidified superstar. So in my experience, that stuff doesn't go up really. Just my experience. So I wouldn't. It's not the type of card I'd buy unless you could know for almost a fact if it didn't go up, you could make money grading it. But that's just my experience, and obviously you never know. But me personally, I would not do that. And while I wait for the next caller, you guys are shy today, man. I got to do something about you Tuesday, guys. I went live on Tuesday because we're getting so many callers on Mondays and Wednesdays. I couldn't get to I couldn't get to all of them. And then here you guys are. Being shy. Yeah, they could come in late. That's true. Purple Pulsar, Jaden, Daniels. This card doesn't look bad. Let's see what this card sells for. Purple Pulsar, Prism, Jaden Daniels, $100. It's kind of all over the place. I don't know if there's any PSA 10 sales. PSA 10 is 500, so that's pretty good. I know that was about a month ago, but its value hasn't changed all too much since then. Let's see how hard is this card to grade? And it's really hard to grade. 17% of them graded 10, so not the best. So much stuff out there. It's crazy. See pics. I don't like when it says see pictures. That scares me. All right, we got caller number 2. A lot of you guys watching. It's not like there's a lack of viewers. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You are live.
Hey, Eric. How's it going?
What's up, Adam? Right?
Yes, sir. You got it.
Finally, right? About time. What's up? How can I help? And by the way, text me your email to this phone number so I can send you a free Starbucks gift card after this.
Oh, awesome, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, give it to the girlfriend. Tell her that you got it for her.
I got a question about I was gonna ask, like, what do you think about getting Jalen Milroe to get graded? Like, I bought a color blast of him to get graded. I don't know. Do you think he might start at some point and that'd be a good buy to sell, or I don't know?
Well, that's not bad because it's not like his value is going to go down, but I don't see how, like, if you could buy it and get it graded as it is right now and make money, it's not bad, but he has no chance of starting next year over Darnold. So I think there's better places to put your money personally. If you could make money doing it, and you could sell it today as a PSA 10 and make money, do it. But I think there's better places to put your money with guys with bigger upside.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, man, I think that was all I had.
Cool. Yeah. Let me know. I would just make sure like you're confident the card's in good condition and it's going to grade a 10. And then someone will buy it. It's not like there's the lack of buyers for someone like that. I just don't see the value going up personally, which is okay. You don't need it to go up. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad.
I saw like a gem rate of like 50. So and he was like, "Yeah, this card's really clean." And
yeah. So then
all of that.
What does it sell for raw versus 10?
140 maybe, and then 10 like. I want to say around 500.
Yeah. So then I would do it.
Yeah.
That's the case.
Awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, man. Thanks for the advice. I appreciate it.
All right, Adam. I'm going to save your contact so I never forget it right now.
Oh, bet.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye. I just got to, before now the queue's coming in, but I just got to save his contact. He calls. The frequent callers I'm going to save because I feel bad when I answer and, I'm like, who is this? And he's called in 20 times. Hey, you have Eric. You're live.
Eric, I just had a quick question for you because I'd never seen this before and I'm new to the baseball kind of market.
Go for it.
I got a gold Justin Crawford gold PSA 10 and I've been holding it. It's gone up in value, of course, but
this is Sean, right?
Correct. Yes.
Cool. Yeah. Yep.
And then, so I ended up actually making money on the gold, and I bought another gold for cheaper. So I ended up making money on the gold, got back into a gold.
What did you buy? The first gold Justin Crawford. It was a Bowman Chrome non-auto PSA 10 Crawford, right?
Correct. Yeah, I bought it for $200. I sold it for $410.
Nice.
And then I saw one online that was ending an auction for $311, so I bought it. So I got back in on the gold just because I think he's still going to go up. But then there was an orange PSA 10 that caught my eye too, and it was the same price as the gold out of 50. My question was, is that normal? Like, do the orange out of 50s or orange out of 25s usually go for the gold out of 50, or did I?
Are you
get a good
sure?
deal?
Well, that is not normal. But
Okay.
is it a true gold? Like,
So yeah, I got the true gold out of 50 for four.
Yeah.
I sold mine for 411.
Yep.
And then I got the true orange for 406. So I ended up using that 411 to get into an orange out of 25.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
I didn't know if orange was just not as like liquid, or it just didn't make sense to me.
No,
I mean, out of 24,
it is as liquid. Usually, orange, the true orange, it's weird because this market's not huge, so you're gonna see like random weird sales like that. But
Yeah.
usually, the true orange is double the true gold, and usually the true gold is like double-ish the true blue ish.
Gotcha. Okay.
So and like for like Otani, there might be like a bigger multiplier, and it's a weird with different guys, but because he's like a prospect and it's a niche market, you see weird sales like that.
Yeah,
So
I guess what makes sense, because I bought it originally for 200 the gold, and then the orange is 400. But I guess it was just sitting at 400 because that 400 comp I sold the gold for hasn't like hit the market yet. Does that make sense?
Where'd you sell the gold?
eBay.
It's just weird.
Yeah, but and I looked at Card Ladder, and it doesn't even have my comp on it. It has the comp that I bought it has the comp I sold on there, which is like 411, but it doesn't have the comp that I bought the second gold for, which is 311. So I thought that was weird as well.
Well, that's good for you, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was just way weird to me that I bought the gold and the orange the same day for $400, both of them. So I was not sure if the orange just wasn't as sought after or something.
There's weird things that happen in cards all the time. Like one time
it seems like a good weird thing, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, you'll make money. One time I walked into a card show. This was like Chicago, like maybe it was the National Card Show, like 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I forget. And it was a 2011 Mike Trout black label, like perfect BGS 10, and it was like there was a comp of $6,000 at the time, and the guy had one. The first card I looked at, he had it for $4,500, the same card, and I ended up buying it for $4,000. And no bullshit, I walked to a table 5 minutes later and sold it for $6,000 in cash. So like, weird shit just happens. It's just part of cards.
And typically I see stuff like this at card shows and stuff, but it was just weird that it all happened on eBay because everything's so public there,
That would never. It's because it's a niche market, and like the riches are in the niches. Like you can make a lot of money with that stuff if you know what you're doing. And like that would never happen with like Otani or Drake May, but it's just like a.
Now, I have a gold out of 50 and I have a gold out of 25, and I don't need the funds to, obviously buy and sell. Do you think that I should maybe hold one of those? Like, is that something?
Yeah,
I guess what's the ceiling for a Justin Crawford? Like if I feel like out of 25 true orange and true gold, like, that could be thousands of dollars later in the year. I know it's a risk, but
yeah, I would just sell it in like March and try to bank on it going up in value because he's gonna start for the Phillies, or he should. So it should go up. I would not hold. The baseball is like the worst of it. Like nobody goes up in value. These young kids, especially the first year they play. Even Mike Trout, I think he was called up in the middle of the year. His first year, he hit like 210. And so I think it's a terrible idea to hold it.
Gotcha. And then so when I have these two, my thought process was to just buy it now and have it kind of like a $300, $200, $300 higher than I bought it for right now. And then when it hits March, if it hasn't sold by then, auction it?
Yeah.
Or do you think
Yeah, I would auction it last resort. Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, Eric, I appreciate it.
Sweet. Congrats on the buys and the sales.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Later, Sean. Gotta save his number too. He's actually a student of Major League Profits. Let's start remembering people, right? The queue is almost open. There's one in the queue. We're calling you, San Francisco. I think. No, this is not safe. It's calling.
Thank
There
you
we
for
go.
calling 415-290-0800.
I guess not. And the queue is open. We're open for business now. I'll check the chat. Advice on buying Cam Ward. Yeah, I would just buy the cards to get graded and sell. I would. It's not something I would hold. Same thing with like Tyler Shook. So like something you guys got to understand is so like Tyler Shook, Shador Sanders, Jackson Dart, all those guys, their cards are just coming out. So they're very hyped, right? They're very high in value. And because they're so high, usually there's not a lot of upside for it to keep going up into the offseason as it gets closer to the season. So the money to be made with like holding stuff and it appreciating is buying the stuff that's not hyped right now and that nobody sees, aka the guys from last year, the guys from previous years. So just as a heads up, like the Jackson Dart class, you just buy that, get it graded, sell it. It's great because there's a lot of raw cards out there that are new in good condition. You can get them graded, make a quick buck. The downside is it's volatile. So just so you guys understand that. And, obviously anomalies happen, but like those guys probably won't go up a lot in value in the offseason. You have Eric, you're live.
Hey, Eric, this is a car professor from San Francisco.
Card Professor, what's up, man? How can I help?
All right, I got a gripe and a question.
A gripe. Oh, yeah. Let's get into it. Yeah.
All right. So here's my gripe.
Okay.
You're in the new studio, but then you don't have the old sound setup where it was much louder, not on the phone. I'm like,
oh yeah. So you're
why don't we go back to that with the new studio?
With
too many echoes.
When I had are you talking about the sound setup when people would call in? Like when
and it just sounded so much better on YouTube and
yeah,
other
I
places.
had I used to have the headpiece in my ear. Is that setup, right?
Yeah, and it just sounded so much better instead of like putting on speaker next to the mic.
Yeah. The problem is like because it uses Bluetooth. Yeah, that right. So like there were problems on the other people's phone. They would sound weird. Sometimes it wouldn't connect. And I think I need like to figure out how to get like what these radio stations have, some sort of like concrete system. But yeah, the phone is mega reliable, which is obviously what matters the most. It was just too wonky. When it worked, it sounded better, but it was just too much of a risk because we'd have shows where it wouldn't work, and we'd be live and we'd be like, shit, what are we supposed to do?
Thank you for letting me air my grievances.
No, I'm sure my CMO is literally behind this camera. I'm sure I see him staring at his computer. He's probably looking into how to fix the issue right now. Because you're right, a professional setup is better and it's easier for me. I don't need to keep freaking answering people on the phone. I can have someone behind the camera do it, and that just goes into my ear. So yeah, well we're gonna look into it. I got you.
Thank you. Question time.
Yep, go for it.
All right. So when you were pre-Major League Profits, pre-students in school and stuff like that,
okay.
Were you buying the big cards? Were you buying the 86 Fleer sealeds? Or was it that it wasn't until you started running your business that everything was accelerating? You're like, oh, well, I got to park it somewhere.
Good question. So 2 things. Number 1, I started Major League Profits literally the day the pandemic started, coincidentally. So sports cards started pop off when I made this business. So there wasn't the expensive stuff today. It wasn't as expensive back then. So that sealed case of 86 Fleer, I think I bought one for like 140,000, was probably like 20,000. And like I used to buy like 86 Fleer like PSA 7 Jordans for like I forget like $1,500 and flip them for like 1,800 or 2,000. So it was way different. So there wasn't as many options to do that. And then number 2, even if I had those options, if I was just buying and selling cards full time without the whole business, I would never do that. There's way more money in just buying quickly and flipping. All I would do is buy grade flip or buy already graded flip, go to card shows, find cheap cards. Like the way I would make the most amount of money, to be honest, when I was doing it full time before Major League Profits, like the quickest, fastest, easiest money was going to card shows, buying shit already graded, usually, because most stuff is, and just buying it at like a 20-25% discount and selling it for 100% on Facebook. I used to do that all day. And I would literally flip the card, buy the, and some people don't like this, but I would literally take a picture of the card in my hand, post it on Facebook, and it would be sold before I could even like get back to my hotel room. And I'd have to like leave cards in my hotel room so I didn't put them in my showcase, so I knew not to sell it, if that makes sense. That's how I would make a lot of my money on pre-Major League profits.
But the Major League profits is really like, I guess, taken off for you to just get into these really, really, really big cards and just kind of sit on them.
Yeah, that helps. And also, I made a lot of money from sports cards. So now I have all this money sitting there, and I don't have the time to flip quickly. So it's like, okay, well, like I might as well buy and put it into something I think is a good investment vehicle rather than sitting in my bank. And I don't want to put it into a mutual fund because I believe in my abilities to, I think I could beat the market instead of, putting it in S&P 500. So it's more of that.
Got it. So I have a follow-up question.
Yep.
I think the guy's name is Tanner CH something.
Tanner Chittister.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I randomly found him post something with you on there.
Oh.
Or it was like someone.
I haven't. So, that must have been from years ago. But okay.
Yeah, it was a few years ago, and I was like, oh, this the. I don't know if it was like a business coaching.
Yeah. So Tanner Chittister, just so you know what he does. So the same thing I do, right? I teach people how to make money buying and selling sports cards. He teaches other like online business owners, usually like coaches and people with marketing agencies, how to grow their business. So he's like a coach for coaches, if that makes sense.
Great. So who else? So other than him, are there other kind of like YouTube coaches or people that content that you listen to that I could listen to as a business owner, entrepreneur?
What's the business? So I
sports cards. I mean, not like
the
school. The what
you're
doing. But,
the best one. Like, everyone has their own style and taste. I'm very like when I listen to content or like go to like a networking event, I'm very tactical. Like I just like tactical, like straight to the point information. The best one's Hormozy. Do you know who Alex Hormozy is? Yeah, he's by far the best one. These other what he says is like it's super granular, but it really applies to any business as opposed to like there's a bunch of other guys out there that are like very tactical and specific for like what I do with Major League profits, like content and marketing and all sorts of nerdy shit that would just not make any sense. But Hormozy would be the best one because he combines mindset as well. Also, another good one that it might be decent. His name is Dan Martell. He's also another big guy.
I know him. Yeah,
those guys are very good. Yeah, those two would be the top. There's a reason they're kind of the top in terms of like viewership and subscribers. It's because their content is actually the best in terms of what they say. Martell is a little bit more like he teaches and is very into like AI and stuff. Yeah, those would be the two.
Great. That is all my questions for now. If I have another gripe, I'll call back.
Yeah, if you do, please do.
Great.
All right.
Can I get that Starbucks gift card?
I got you. Just text this phone. Text this phone. Your email. We'll get it to you after the podcast.
Thanks, boss.
All right. Later.
Bye.
Bye. All right. The queue is back open. I'm checking the chat right now. Let's see. Kyler Murray and hope he gets traded. Yeah, Kyler Murray's another decent one. He's not someone I've talked about, but I like his value. It's in the shitter. I think that I just like Jaden Daniels and Penix and those guys a little bit more. But yeah, Kyler Murray could be another good one. Is he going to start next year? That's the question. I think he will. Bryce Young's another good one. Arch Manning and Julian saying they don't have their good cards out yet. They only have college uniforms, so I'd probably steer clear of those unless you're buying it to get graded. Then everything's on the table. You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric, how's it going?
What's up? Who's calling?
This is Lance.
Lance, have we spoke before?
No, this is the first time I've called in.
Ah,
I'm a long-time
first-
listener, but first time calling in.
First time. How long have you been listening to the show?
I've been listening to it off and on probably last, probably 4 to 6 months, some range.
Nice, cool. What's the thing it's helped you with most out of curiosity?
I think, before I started really listening to you, I was kind of just trying to figure it out, trying to figure out the sports card game. Like, do I buy and try to flip and quit, like try to do the quick flips, or do I buy to grade, and what's going to be the most profitable system for me? Kind of started doing the grading process, right? Like trying to get my most returns by finding, cards at card shows and then trying to grade. And I found like good returns in that. And then I kind of fell into your show, and it seems like you kind of reassured that process. And again, I'm not in your program, but I kind of so that's what the focus is, right? Like finding cards, gradable cards, looking at the market, what are they doing, what are the gem rates, things like that. So it kind of reassured what I fell into. So
nice.
I like that.
Sweet, cool. Well, what's your question? How may I assist?
So I'm curious to hear your thoughts of Fernando Mendoza. And I want to preface this by saying, I am a Raider fan, which is hard for me to say on publicly.
It's okay. I'm a Jets fan.
So part of I'm looking at Fernando Mendoza is I think he could be a good investment. Looking at the quarterback class for next year, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of competition, whether the Raiders or not. So part is, as like a long-term hold, right? If he does go to the Raiders, I'd want to invest in one of my guys, but at the same time, buying his cards to grade and flip and make some profit at the same time is now the time to invest in him. Obviously, he only has like the Indiana cards, the Bowman. I'm looking at like the Bowman University cards and things like that.
Yeah, and for that reason, I would not. So his good cards. So if you're looking to hold it long term, his good cards aren't out. It's they're just not out, so it's tough. The best way, and it's also going to be tough because what'll happen is, let's say Mendoza plays, right? Let's say they win like 6 games. He's pretty good, right? He's not like amazing, he's pretty good. But when his cards are gonna come out this time next year, and then they're gonna be really hyped, they're gonna be really high. You're gonna want to wait a few weeks to buy some, get them graded as a 10. Hopefully they get 10s, and then you're into them for good. So just for simply put, like, his good cards aren't out. Like, for you to long-term invest, you'll want, so like by that time Topps will have the football license. You'll want to buy his Topps cards. So like specifically like Topps Chrome will be the best. Maybe they'll have something like Topps Dynasty. I don't know what Topps is going to do with football exactly. But so the good cards just aren't out. It's just a bad idea. In my opinion, I would never. So you would have to, or if it was me, I would wait.
Okay. Yeah. I kind of had that same sense. And I guess kind of a follow-up to that is you kind of answered it, right? But like, what are, just looking at past quarterbacks, right?
Yep.
What are the best products? Because like this year, I think what were the first cards were out of is it Origins? Trying to think, like the Shedeur Sanders cards, like everybody was chasing, like those first autos that first came out. Are they still doing well? Like, what are the cards that people want? Like, what are the ones that we can look out for?
Like right now?
Quarterbacks. Well, no, I'm just trying to look back at like this last draft class, right? It was Jackson Dart, Shedeur Sanders. But then even looking back, the year before with Jaden and JJ McCarthy, like which cards are performing the best and holding value? Those first year cards, right? So which ones should I be on the lookout for when Fernando Mendoza does get drafted?
when he does get drafted. So when he gets drafted, I don't know. So once again, I don't know what Topps is going to do with football exactly because it's new. But what I'd imagine, like, so when he gets drafted, right, he's going to get drafted in June of 26, right? Or no, April of 26, right? In a few months, and then his cards will start to come out, I believe, in like August, September. And his first good cards that would come out with Panini were the Select XRC cards, but they don't have the license anymore. So I just don't know what Topps is going to do. Topps Chrome, which will be the best stuff, probably won't come out until like January or February or March the next year. So because I just don't know, man, what they're going to do. Like back in the day when I was buying and selling cards full time, like they used to release the good rookies in the middle of the year. I remember Luka, his rookie cards got released like a month or two into the basketball season, like his Prism cards. But I think they stopped doing that because when they release cards early in the year, they miss players who are good. Like you could have like Austin Reeves is an undrafted rookie and, you know, the Laker guy, and he's really good, and they may not have put his cards in the product. So they wait till after the year so they don't miss anybody, I believe. I think that's why they do it. So just, I don't got a good answer for you. My answer is I would wait.
Let's wait and see. Yeah. Okay. Well, that helps. You know, I won't pour a whole ton of money into some
because
university stuff.
You could look like just like as an example, like before I let you go here, like let's take a look at like Drake May, right? Like Drake May has been a sensation this year, and let's see if his Bowman University cards are up, right? Because I have no idea if they're up or not. But let's see. So his Bowman Chrome University cards, they are up. Yeah, so they are up a lot. So they are up a lot. So the strategy could work. But Mendoza is also very high right now, right? He just came off a national championship. Drake May was like a nobody. Right. I know he was drafted in the first round, but so I would steer clear and just wait. Just wait a little bit.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Well, I appreciate the advice. Yeah, I got plenty more questions, but I'll find some more time to call in, and appreciate the advice and the help.
Awesome. Well, we go live on Tuesdays, obviously, now, and Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 10 a.m. we go live. So just call in, man.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.
All right. Now we got some callers. Now you guys stop being shy. How about JSN? Yeah, same thing. Like, I just don't buy guys that are up a lot, right? JSN's obviously going to be up a lot.
Hello.
Hey, you have Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric, I got a question for you. I've watched your show, I don't know, over the last year or so, but
nice.
I know you're big into like the Babe Ruth Gaudis, and I've seen you buy like the Muhammad Ali rookie card, like a lot of the vintage stuff that it seems like you're going to put in your PC. It's only going to go up over time. Like they're good buys.
That's the hope, right?
Yeah. So I guess my question is to you. I've just started collecting hard over the last year or so.
Yeah.
But I don't really own any vintage. Like, you know, the guys that are like long retired or passed away.
Yeah.
Like, what are some other cards that you would target? You know, whether it's, you know, the Topps T026 or, you know,
T206. Yeah.
Or, you know, just any of those cards. Like I was thinking, and just before you answer, like one guy that came to my mind is I would love that Topps T206 and a Cy Young, just because the award is still, you know, named after him. So he's obviously name will ring through for decades to come. And you know, even though people say Walter Johnson's a better pitcher than him.
But, so, okay. Well, let me ask you this. Number one, so just to be clear, right, I use that stuff as like that's like my extra money. That's like retirement money, right? The best way to put it. And then number two, I would only, you know, I don't want to come off cocky here, but I would only buy that stuff and hold it if you have at least like, I don't know, like maybe $100,000 in liquid cash to like spend on cards. Then it's like, okay, maybe I'm not going to spend all that money on modern stuff. I'm going to take 20 or 30% of it and start dishing it out. So like, I didn't like, all my focus and effort went to buying and flipping modern cards, flipping. And then when my life got too busy, then I started buying that stuff. So just to be clear, but to answer your question, directly, with buying vintage stuff. So I love the Gaudy Ruths, obviously. I just like Babe Ruth. There's no rhyme or reason. I've been lucky; it's went up a lot in value, but there is no who knows if Jordan or Gretzky or Cy Young, who knows who's going to go up in value, right? Like you don't know, I don't know, nobody knows, right? It's random, to be honest with you. But what I do when I'm buying vintage cards is give me a random guy's name, a random Hall of Famer.
Oh boy, me?
Yeah, give me a random one.
I like Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron, good choice. So if you go to Hank Aaron's rookie cards, which is 1954 top, so I'm sharing my screen. It might be delayed for you. Let's just look at like a PSA 1. So PSA, okay, let's just look at a PSA 1.5. So this card goes up and down for multiple reasons. Number one, it goes up and down because you could have a PSA 1.5 sell for $2,500, then another one sell for $1,800, just purely based on the looks of the cards and the coloring, etc. So number two, this card over the course of time, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's like random, right? And I will only really buy cards while they're at the down. So I'm getting into them for good. So if you ever see me buy these vintage cards, right, I'm sure you've seen like the Facebook clips or like the Instagram clips, right?
Right. Yeah.
So if you look a little bit more specifically at what I'm doing, if you look at the timestamp of when that actually happened, which may have been a few weeks ago because it takes a few weeks to post the stuff, I'm looking at vintage cards that are just like not up a lot recently, that are either have stayed the same or down, and then I'm getting a decent deal with. Because like whether it's George Brett, Wayne Gretzky, like dude, I don't fucking know who's gonna go up in value. I'm just trying to get in good. And then the Gaudy Ruths, because I like them, maybe I'll pay a little bit stronger. But same thing with like T206 Cobbs. I have a few of them. The last one I bought, I remember actually, I paid $5,000 for it, and the sale before that was like $6,000, like $5,500. So I was like, okay, this just makes logical sense. So I'm into all these cards already at like a 10% discount, which is huge, right? If you're investing long term, if you give yourself a 10% edge to start the investment, right? So that's how I look at like vintage cards, basically.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I appreciate the insight.
Sweet. Any other questions?
All right. No, sir. Thank you.
Cool. Hopefully that helped. Let me know how it goes.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. New Haven, Connecticut. Good pizza. I've never actually been. I just know they have good pizza, but I've never actually ate pizza there.
Hello?
Hey, you have Eric. You're live.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up? What's your name?
I'm Alex. So I had a couple questions. I'm mostly into soccer collecting, but I do a little bit of basketball and football.
All right.
I was looking into more vintage cards because I like that kind of older market.
Yep.
But I was looking towards the high, say 10s, 9s, and 10s grades, and of course, you're paying a big upcharge for those to own those cards, as opposed to going for a 7 or 8 that's maybe a half, or a third of the price. So I could get more cards of lesser grade, or maybe to just go for one of the bigger cards for the players that I'm looking for.
Yeah, depends. Do you have a specific player in mind?
Yeah, so I was looking, Messi, of course, and there's some older Pelés that are like the 6s and 7s are kind of the highest grades that you can get. But mostly like the Messi rookie cards is 2004. Mega cracks.
Yeah. So like to answer your question, so if you have $5,000 to spend, and if you could buy one PSA 5 Messi or 5 PSA 1s, I'd rather have the one PSA 5 because it's less common. So let's say you go to sell it in the future, rich people who are buying that stuff don't care about comps, and they'll pay you maximum premium value. They just, in my opinion, you just get better deals when you're selling higher end vintage. So does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
So I'd go for the big if it was me.
Yeah, and then would you go? Of course, within reason.
Yeah.
But would you go for, I guess, as lowest pop as possible for like, I guess, the rarity factor of it all.
Yeah, you just got to be careful. You're not, overpaying a lot because then it gets a little tricky. I mean, do you have a specific card in mind? I could just tell you what I would pay.
Yeah. So the Messi, it's number 35. It's like
what year?
Yeah. And then PSA 7 or 8. I was looking at the 9s as well. The 10s kind of go crazy in value.
Oh, yeah. What year? What year's the Mega Crack?
Yeah, it's 2004. It's the like face shot of his. He has a bunch of different rookie cards.
Messi Mega Crack. Is it Mega
number
Crack
35.
or Mega Cracks?
Mega Cracks, I believe.
Cracks. Is it Cracks? Let's see. Mega Cracks PSA 7.
Yeah.
So it's the one of him. Is it the Barca Campio number 18? What number did you say it was?
Number 35.
Oh, I see it. Okay, I gotcha. I actually had a student. This is gonna sound crazy. I had a student in like our lower end program go to a garage sale in New York, in like something California, like by Los Angeles. He found one of these cards in a stack of cards. He paid $50. He paid $50 for it, and it got a PSA. Ooh, wait, what do PSA 10s sell for?
Oh, I mean, it's all over the place, but like 10, if not up to 20, 30.
Yeah, so it sold for $29,000. So I got a 10. That was it.
Jesus.
Yeah, crazy. It like changed the guy's life. He was like a trucker. He wasn't rich by any stretch. But yeah, so a card like this, it ranges between $1,500 to $2,000. It's a little scary because a year ago it was doing like $500. So like me personally, I like to stay away from stuff that's skyrocketed a lot recently. I don't know if it'll keep going up or not, right? Who knows? But if it was me, I'd be looking to pay around $1,500, which might be a little tough because the last sale was $2,000, and you might want to wait till maybe after the World Cup to get in better value. So yeah, that I wouldn't pay more than $1,500 personally if it was me.
Got it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I've been looking for a while for this card, so it's hard finding it for any decent price.
Where do you live?
Boston area. So
well,
mostly on eBay.
Yeah, the National Card Show will have everything if you plan on going there, but that's in Chicago.
Got it. And I have one follow-up question as well. So, because the World Cup's coming, I've been investing in a lot of USA players and different case hits and rookie autos for all the lads from the national team.
Yep.
I'm trying to look at basketball and football to see which case hits will do well. And I see kabooms are going off in the soccer market.
Yep.
I was looking into the national landmarks and a couple of the other case hits, but that one kind of really seems like it's taken off. Those and the mangas have taken off a lot in basketball and football. I'm not huge on modern in general, but I kind of wanted to get your opinion on national landmarks, or I guess investing in case hits.
National is that some sort of case hit? National landmarks.
I think they have them for football. It's like pretty big for football. But it's just like one of the kaboom type of case hits.
Yeah, this looks like the downtown. Similar.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is what this is good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's similar. They just can't call it. They're just calling it something different, not downtown, because it's like national. Soccer's obviously national. So yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think these are the types of cards you want. I'm looking here, like Kevin De Bruyne is like, his cards sell for like PSA 10 looks like it's $1,000. So
yeah, it's interesting because there's like a big discrepancy between those in kabooms, of course, and then between the soccer market and all the other markets. So I think there's room to maneuver, but we'll see with the World Cup and everything.
Yeah, I would try to, because there's a lot of soccer stuff that's raw. I would try to buy it raw and get it graded personally.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I've been putting off my first PSA submission. I just have a ton of cards.
Get that going.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's all I got for now. Thank you so much for the time and for all the information.
Cool, man. Thanks, bro. Thanks for calling in.
See you. Have a good one.
Bye. All right, the last caller. Wow, it's been an hour 10 already? Holy crap. Hey, you have Eric, you're live.
Hey, how's it going on? My name's Austin. So, I've been collecting for a while, and the wife has kind of talked me into starting to sell now. And I was just kind of curious about how eBay, I guess, would work. Because I have ungraded cards and I have graded cards, but I can't always afford to send cards for grading. And I know I watch your videos all the time. You're always talking about how if someone's got a bunch of graded cards and singles, you don't really go for their singles because that usually means that they just didn't want to send them for grading because they're bad cards.
Yep.
So I guess how would that work? Should I just not post my singles and try to save up the money to send them for grading?
Dude, most people don't think like that. That's like the 1% of 1%. That's just because I've been doing cards a long time. I wouldn't don't take that too seriously. I would well, I mean, what cards do you have that could be graded that you can't afford to send in for grading?
So like currently I have a micro mosaic, rookie Omari and Hampton, and Jordans, but those are really, I guess, the bigger ones and a few Kobe's.
Yeah, I mean, they don't charge you for grading after till it comes back, right?
I do, but once it gets back, I'm not quite sure if I'll have the money to pay for that grading because if the car does hit a 10, it could end up costing me twice as much as it, PSA originally tells me or something like that.
Yeah, those cards they won't upcharge you like Omari and Hampton micro mosaics. But I mean, is it possible for you to use a credit card so you could just pay it all? You could just sell the card quickly, then pay off the credit card.
It is. I just try not to use my credit cards.
Well, that's
it has to.
Credit card is bad if you're obviously spending money on like vacations and cars and things you can't afford. But if you could put $300 on a credit card and get $600 back, and you just need to wait a week or two, that sounds like a pretty good deal because they won't charge your credit card till it's done, and then you should be back at your house like within a week, and then you could just sell it, or you could even have it sold because PSA will send you the scan of the card. I'm not here telling you to put yourself in debt, but like it makes logical sense. You can just take the scan of the card, go sell it, tell the person it's on its way back from PSA, and you can get the cash right away, and maybe you'll have the balance on your credit card for a few days. I just want to see you make as much money as possible, obviously.
Yeah, I feel that, and I appreciate it. I was curious because again, I've been watching the videos for a little bit now, trying to figure out how I would go about it. I just didn't want to post my singles on there and have people think, oh, well, he's not saying this for grading, so it's a bad card. Even though I would post like pictures, obviously, of edges and corners and
I wouldn't, man. Even me, I've sold raw cards that were in good condition. I just didn't see the upside of it getting graded. And people know I grade cards and they sell fine, so I wouldn't take it too seriously. I would have no problem selling your singles if I were you.
All right, sweet. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, bro. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. All right, and that's a wrap for Tuesday Live. Good stuff. Bunch of callers. We'll get more and more callers as we go on here. I know people aren't used to Tuesday, but now we're live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If any of you guys are going to the West Coast Card Show, which is February 14th, say hi. I'll have a table. I'll be there